Hello, I'm Adrian Finnegan. This is Al Jazeera live from Doha with more on the breaking news out of France on the hostage situation in the south of the country. French media are saying that police have shot dead the man who took hostages at a supermarket in the southwest of France. 3 people are reported to have been killed in 3 separate incidents around the town of Trebes. 2 of them died in the supermarket, we're being told. The hostage taker reportedly claimed allegiance to ISIL. France's president and prime minister both say that this was an act of terrorism. Emmanuel Macron, the president, addressed the media in Brussels a short time ago. Here's what he had to say.
Et tout porte à croire qu'il s'agit en effet d'une attaque terroriste.
Everything leads us to believe that indeed it's a terror attack. The police intervened in a very coordinated manner after what was first an attack against officers. Please allow me to express my utmost support to the police officers responding.
Live down to Paris and Al Jazeera's Paul Brennan, who can bring us up to speed with the latest. It appears that after a standoff lasting some hours, Paul, this has been brought to a rather dramatic end.
It certainly appears that way. Obviously, the incident has evolved significantly from the 3 hours that we've been on air reporting it, from around midday local time here to 3 o'clock as it is now. What we're now being told is that there has been a police operation to bring the standoff at that supermarket down in Trebes to an end. We were told before the assault took place that there was just the gunman and a police officer as the single hostage remaining inside that supermarket, that everybody else, as far as they were aware, had either been evacuated or escaped. The police now, we know, decided to launch an assault to bring that to an end. We're being told that the hostage taker, the gunman, has been killed, and that's been confirmed now by the Interior Ministry. That despite the gendarmerie, the local gendarmerie, who said that they were endeavouring at least to try to take him alive, obviously for the purposes of questioning and putting him on trial for what he'd done. And the other thing that we know a lot more about now is the evolution of this incident through the morning. As it first appeared, there were fears that there were 2 separate attacks, connected but separate attacks, taking place in 2 close-by towns, a place called Carcassonne and the supermarket in Trebes. What we now realise is that there were actually 3 separate incidents, but conducted by the same gunman. That's certainly the picture that's emerging. What we know now is that there was a carjacking just before 10 o'clock this morning. A white Opel containing at least 2 people was carjacked, we believe, by the gunman who has now been shot dead. The driver of that car was grievously wounded, and the passenger in that car was shot dead. The gunman then took that white Opel car and drove to a place where he was waiting for 4 CRS officers. These are officers of the French riot police who were doing a jog. They were out running, presumably as part of some kind of fitness regime that they undertake. He shot at those officers, and as he was shooting at those officers, he claimed to be a soldier of Daesh, and that was where the first indications that this was really a terrorist attack started to solidify. Among those 4 officers that were shot at, 1 was wounded in the shoulder. Then the gunman, it now appears quite clearly, drove that car a short distance, 8 kilometers down the road. It's a straight road between Carcassonne and the town of Trebes. He then got to Trebes and went into the supermarket, the Super U. At that supermarket, 2 more people were shot dead, and he took a hostage of a police officer. So what we're talking about now is 3 people, at least 3 people that we know of dead, and 2 wounded, plus now we're being told from the local area the death of the gunman himself.